Livingstone, y'all try to set me up. I came to a graduation and a revival broke out. I'd like to thank Dr. Davis and Dr. Davis, the trustees, the faculty, families, and graduates of the class of 2023 for allowing me to participate in your graduation. Today is a day that we will celebrate for many years to come. We'll celebrate great acts and small. We can begin by celebrating walking down that ramp, which is pretty steep. Because some of us had to grab hold of somebody else to get down here so that we didn't tumble all the way to our seats. I want to thank you each for taking what has been given to you and turning it into this day. A graduation is not something that happens to you, it is something that you earn. And in our community, you do not earn it alone. Graduates of the class of 2023, you ain't get here by yourself. So if you could join me in celebrating those folks who supported you, whether they're here in spirit or in body. If all you did for the rest of your life was to make the people who brought you here proud, you would have a fantastic life. Instead of spending your time chasing likes, trying to get clicks, thumbs up, if all you did was spend every day finding another way to capture this moment so that you can be celebrated as you are today, as someone who set out to do something and did it. Days such as these are hard fought. How many times did you think you were not going to be here? How many times did y'all think they were not going to be here? How many times did you pray that they would make it here, or at least out your house? A degree does not make you better than anybody, but it makes you a better somebody. It makes you a better version of yourself. It is not the only way to get there, but it is a way that you are moving to get closer. Everybody in here made this possible. Not the people who, only the people who you know. There are some people who you don't know, like the ones who fixed these monitors a little earlier on. Things was kind of rough, right? Every part of this celebration is a celebration of you and us as a community. 140 years. 140 years of black people saying enough is enough. That you can chattel our bodies, but you cannot control our minds. That you cannot hold us back from our destiny. That we will find a way to make a way. We will turn this nothing into something. Today we celebrate you, graduates. Today we celebrate you as you celebrate those who made this possible. One of the most important things that you can do with this degree is not make a living, because that's how you pay your bills. It's to make a life, which is how you pay your debt. Every single one of you has been poured into by somebody. And that which makes our graduation so much more meaningful is because of the direct connection to our ancestors, those people who came before us, those people who toiled through circumstances that were impossible only to make today possible. They have created a pathway for you, one which requires you to move forward at the same speed that you remember that you're bringing somebody behind you. here we are today to celebrate the 140th commencement at Livingstone College. A fantastic institution that was born out of a belief in the impossible. A belief that if we set our mind to it, it's possible. Here you are, the wildest dreams of our ancestors. Here you are, people who have finished the first part of the race, but with so much unfinished business. Y'all didn't come here this far just to get a degree. Y'all came to make a difference. And so if all you did from this day forward was to take the strategies that you've used to get you here, then those people who came would be proud of you. In our community, it is so important that we understand that we never make it by ourselves, and it is our obligation to create more opportunities for more people to come. Though I may be dressed somewhat like a pastor, I am not one, so I won't quote any scriptures, but I will say that the great philosopher Snoop said, "It ain't no fun if my homies can't have none." Hello. Getting there by yourself leaves you by yourself. Instead of spending your time trying to impress people who will never appreciate you for who you are, remember the people who knew you when you weren't. Who remember you under the worst circumstances, when you didn't see hope in your life, when darkness was all that was in your life, when you could not see today, they saw tomorrow. Remember those people when you're making a decision whether to go left or to go right. Remember that they have to come with you. See, because they've gone as far as they can. They have handed you the baton and expect you to win the next leg of this race. They have poured all they had into you. They have seen something in you that in many cases they prayed would come out of themselves. Behind you, not just metaphorically, but real. Behind you are people who need you to make a life, who need you to pay your debt. You are miracles. One of my favorite gospel songs is "Millions Didn't Make It, but I am one of the ones who did." You are true miracles. The people who've come here today to show out on your behalf worked 2 jobs, put up with stuff that they would never have put up with for anyone other than you, overcame the limitations of their own circumstances, fight every day just to get upright for this day. Yes, this is the day that the Lord has made, but they put their own back to the task as well. So today is the commencement of the rest of your life, where you will understand that it is your obligation to take that which you have and turn it into more. Make it an abundant bounty. Create the opportunity for others to eat from your harvest. Plant the seeds of tomorrow in the same way that they've been planted inside you. Grow them upright and strong. Create opportunities for children you will never meet. People who only watch you from a distance. If you only knew how many of your cousins and nieces and nephews and them is the group. They're the ones who come to the cookout with the foil, making 2 plates at a time, couldn't even bring orange soda. Even in them, are watching you and seeing how they can be better versions of themselves. Today, this degree does not make you a better person. It makes you a better version of yourself, because it is an example of a completed task. And anybody who's pursuing anything understands that the only way it counts is if you finish. Y'all are finishers. 2023, y'all are finishers. When it's dark again, as it will be, when the challenges that stood in your way before make their way to your door, you remember you're a finisher.
Yes, sir. Come on. Yes, sir.
Can't nobody stop you. They tried. You took some bumps along the way, but you undefeated. You can't make it to today if you lost yesterday. Y'all won. Because you understood the task. The task was to carry my people forward. You have a job that is far greater than any employer. It is to pay your debt. As long as you understand that we all owe somebody, then we will never think that we were better than anybody. And so as you make your way with your degrees and your tassels, you take a minute, you take a beat, you take the opportunity to thank everybody from the kitchen staff to security. Don't leave this place without thanking everybody who did what they could do to make today possible. I ain't asking you to like anybody. Liking is for children. Grown people understand that you got to do what you got to do. You got unfinished business. Every single person on this campus had a role in your today. So as you make your way through your day, remember it's ours too. You have celebrated so much because you have so much to celebrate. But the greatest way to celebrate the work is to make it possible for more people to celebrate like you are. It ain't giving back, it's paying your debt. It's not making a living, it's making a life. Make a life not just for yourself, but for all those people who came with you. I grew up a particular way. You go home with who you came with. Somebody will explain that to you later. You're going to meet some new people, and you're going to become a lot of things, but you ain't got to become brand new. Celebrate the journey as you go forward, never, ever, ever forgetting those who made it possible. Never be so big that you don't understand that we all are small, because we're all part of a greater legacy. So the class of 2023, this is our day. And every single person who hollers as loud as they possibly can when they hear your name, that's coming from somewhere deep. If you only knew just how much that meant. If you only knew when they are saying your name and jumping up and down and embarrassing the heck out of you, that this is their revival. They have been reborn. I told you, Livingstone, I came to a graduation and a revival broke out. Y'all gonna be born again today. Thank you so much for your time. Congratulations to the class of 2023. Keep on keeping on.